Our fear of death is unnecessary. Nobody knows what is going to happen when we die. This is the crux of the matter. There is not a single living soul on this planet that knows for sure, not one. All scientists agree on is that we have consciousness, but what it is exactly they don't know. There is no scientific evidence to show what happens to our consciousness after we have taken our last breath. No one has ever come back from the great beyond to tell the tale. So how can I possibly fear something if I have no clue what it is I am supposed to be afraid of? Is it going to hurt? Will I go to hell? Will I be judged and punished? Will I be alone? Gone for good? Questions, doubts, assumptions, anxiety, but no true knowledge. So why should I be scared? Well, I plainly refuse. Because what if I spend my entire life fearing death and then it turns out to be a gift? The most beautiful experience I will ever have? What if there will be infinite joy at the end of the tunnel? Incredible lightness? Unconditional bliss? The end of suffering, fear and pain? What if the reason that no one ever came back is that they're having too much of a blast? Stupid, you may say. But what's so stupid about it? You don't know for sure that I am wrong. I may be right. I may not have proof, but neither have you. Most people who have had a near-death experience have nothing negative to say. For many it was pleasant, magical even. So where does it come from? This fear of death. It is how we are influenced by society, where anything to do with dying is laced with dread. We learn resistance and denial. Hush hush, best not talk about it. Better avoid the subject. Everything to do with death or dying is hidden away. We even put makeup on our corpses to make them look more alive should they be put on display. No wonder we do not want to be reminded of our own mortality. So we push it into the furthest corner of our minds where it lies dormant on the surface but always ready to haunt us deep within. For most of us this is the normal way to live. We are not even aware of how it shapes our lives. But how can we live totally if we deny our own mortality? To avoid the awareness that we exist only temporarily in this world results in the madness of postponing life. We surrender to the daily grind of working, paying bills, consuming and existing for weekends and holidays. We inhabit a vapid comfort zone where uncertainty is not welcome and our lust for adventure is suffocated by an illusory sense of safety. We promise ourselves that we'll do what we really want to do sometime in the future. We fail to enjoy all existence has to offer. I'm always at loggerheads with friends and family because of this. To question our way of living and confront our fear of death is uncomfortable for most. But I strongly believe that it needs to be questioned because life is so much more than a comfort zone and a pension. It is so valuable and needs to be experienced now because tomorrow is an illusion. We have to wake up and realize this so we can start honoring our life for what it is, the most precious gift we have. A good start is to be readily aware of our mortality and become comfortable with it. It is entirely up to us. We don't have to stick to what society thinks or wants us to believe. We could just make up our own minds. We could decide to live our life without fear. I am not here to convince you that there is life after death. I simply don't know, and until the time comes, I don't even care. But just imagine how our world would be if all of us had grown up differently. If we had been taught not to fear death or uncertainty. If we had learned that death is a mystery, neither good nor bad. Not something to be feared but something that can be accepted fearlessly. That life is extraordinary but not forever and every moment should be experienced totally. I wonder how we would live. Would we live our life the way we do now or would we do things differently?